For those of you who have chosen not to see Avengers Infinity War yet, I have two things. One, what have you been doing with your life? I mean, it's been 2 months and 9 days already. What's so much more important than that? Secondly, if you get mad at me for spoiling that movie in this video, I'm sorry. It's been 2 months and 9 days. Now, for those of you who have seen the movie and are wondering where Scott Lang, aka Ant-Man, aka Paul Rudd, aka Mr.
Slap at that bass, man!
was during the events with Thanos and the Black Order, Ant-Man and the Wasp has your answers for you. What up, family? It's your boy Amaru, back with another RuView, and this time I'm reviewing the Marvel Cinematic Universe's 20th entry, Ant-Man and the Wasp. This movie takes place about 2 years after the events of Captain America Civil War, and Scott Lang is under house arrest for his involvement in the Germany incident. About 3 days before his house arrest is over, Dr. Hank Pym and his daughter Hope Van Dyne, played again by Michael Douglas and Evangeline Lilly, seek out Scott's help despite the fact that his involvement in the Germany incident has made them fugitives from the law. They believe he's the key to bringing Hope's mother, Janet, played by Michelle Pfeiffer, back from the quantum realm. If you didn't understand anything I just said, don't worry about it. The movie's gonna throw words like Cap and Germany and quantum, especially quantum, at you again and again and again and again and again and again and again. And it doesn't matter, because what you're gonna focus on is how much fun this movie was. See, what made the original so entertaining is that it brought a moment of levity after a period of darkness. See, the original Ant-Man came out after Age of Ultron, which was the second Avengers. And whether or not you think Age of Ultron is darkness because of what happens in the events of the movie,
You didn't see that coming?
or because of its quality,
You didn't see that coming.
there was still darkness. Similarly, The Wasp came out chronologically after Civil War and after Infinity War based on the release date. And as you know, or should know, in Civil War the team broke up. And in Infinity War, this happened. Yeah, so there's a lot of darkness to brighten up. Now, this sequel leans really heavily into giving MCU fans time with their heads above water to try to breathe. Unfortunately, the first hour of the film leaned way too hard trying to capture the heart and humor of the original. That heart was still there in this movie, and you could especially see it in the relationship between Scott and his daughter Cassie, played by Abby Ryder-Fortson. Fortson did such a good job in the original that they almost doubled her screen time just to show off how she could take Paul Rudd's quirkiness and bounce it right back to him with her own odd little twist to them. The humor was also there throughout the film, but that wasn't always a good thing. There were way too many times where Dr. Pym and Hope were trying to have a serious moment, and Scott would come in with a joke that just wasn't funny. The back and forth and banter that were endearing in the first film just didn't seem to be working in the second. What really killed this first half is that they decided to take what seemed like a whole ass 10 minutes to explain the backstory of Hannah John Kamen's character, Ghost, who's the main antagonist of the film. Not even Morpheus himself, Lawrence Fishburne, and his cool musings back and forth with Michael Douglas could save the dullness of the first half. You know who does come to the rescue, though? Luis is back in full force, and so is your favorite part from the original. Once Michael Pena's storytelling hits the screen, the movie is full steam ahead. The second hour finds its form and finds its rhythm. The jokes all land, the action intensifies, what didn't work in the first half of the movie works in the second, and what did work in the first half becomes even more entertaining. But there is one thing that was excellent from the beginning. The Wasp is Evangeline Lilly and Hope Van Dyne's movie. The fact that this is the first female superhero that's headlining an MCU film is way overdue, but it's well earned. Lily is intense, she's intelligent, she is vulnerable with her insecurities, and she whoops on everybody physically and verbally from the start of the film. The best action sequences is when she whoops on people in her wasp suit, and the best solemn sets of the movie come between her and Michelle Pfeiffer. She's taken the baton from Wakanda for MCU women and passing it right along to Captain Marvel. Brie Larson, please take that baton and keep running with it. We need you not to drop it. The Wasp doesn't end up delivering like its predecessor. The story had too many convenient solutions, and we fall back into the MCU villain problem we thought we solved with the last 3 or 4 films. However, it does succeed in giving us that lighthearted break we needed after the Red Wedding-like events of Infinity War. The second Rudd appears, your eyes are glued to the screen and your butts to the edge of your seat through all the good and all the bad. All the way through that post-credit scene. Thanos, you...
Well done.
I'm giving Ant-Man and the Wasp 7 out of 10. Luis...
He said yes.
I do want to give a huge shout out to the Sprout Hall appearance. Of course, a black man who's the top mind in the quantum theory is going to be teaching at UC Berkeley. You think they'd be doing that over at Stanford? Psh, come on, son.
Come on, son.
Go Bears. Alright, y'all. That was my review for Ant-Man and the Wasp. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And the written review is in the link below. Till next time. Peace. And we fall back into the MCU villain problem that we thought we delivered us from evil. First moment Rudd appears on screen, there's this energy. The Wasp doesn't... If you didn't understand... We fall back into the MCU villain problem that we thought we solved with the last 3 or 4 films. However, it does succeed in giving us that lighthearted break from the Red Wedding-like events of Infinity War.